appreciate the ones that stay and listen to your helpless ways going on, the fearing of oblivion. Don't you lose sight of what you want. Care about the simple things in life that bring you joy and wave away the darkness. Leave your worries far behind you and leave your lonesome on the shelf.
I just turned off stream. Alright, you fucking idiot. I'm playing games with a buddy who lost his job today once we're done with this. He was like, hey, I was like, hey, is there anything I can do for you? He's like, I really like to just play games. I'm like, I got a podcast, and then after that, I'm down.
I just turned off the stream.
Well, turn it back on. Damn. Oh,
I mean, it's already on, but like, I just gotta make sure all my shit's good on my end. Holy fuck.
full screen. Oh, you're tapped out.
What do you mean I'm tapped out? I'm tapped in, dude. We're in. We're ready to go. Stream is on
I'm
now.
saying that you're like your icons on the bottom.
My icon's on the bottom.
Yeah,
What icon?
they're gone now. You were
Oh.
tabbed out of the full screen.
No. I was never full. I mean, I was never full screening that. You're right. You're right.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I wasn't full screening that though.
Yeah, that's just what I was talking about.
Yeah, icons. I was like, what icons, dude? All right, let's focus on it. So a little bit. Welcome to the Wolfpack Podcast, episode 5. We're talking about things that happened in life, in gaming, in the esports media in the last little bit, the last week and a half. Some of which cool, some of which not. Some of which going to pop up during this podcast that we didn't prepare for. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready. Are you?
I'm chilling, dude. I'm chilling. Do you want to do the first topic and then I'll lead? Mostly because I have to pull it back up.
Yeah, so today, earlier on the 14th of August, if you're watching this on YouTube or later, make sure to subscribe if you are. Dr. Disrespect and PewDiePie streamed together on YouTube. PewDiePie has a contract with YouTube, and basically after his DLive contract expired, for a lack of another term that I can't think of, I'm sure there's a better term. He signed on with YouTube, and now Dr. Disrespect recently banned from Twitch, now moving over to YouTube. They combined for over 260,000 viewers together.
What were they playing today?
Decent numbers. Fall Guys.
Of all games, Fall Guys, eh?
Well, why are you hating on Fall Guys?
It's just like, I don't know. It's just not what I expect Dr. Disrespect to be playing, you know? He's the doc, dude. That guy's got to be rolling in battle royale. He's the 2-time champion, Dr. Disrespect. I started stream and stopped stream 3 times today before we kind of started this.
Are you kidding me?
Not. I had trouble, dude.
Oh.
I had trouble.
God. What am I going to do with you?
We're here now, all right? We're here now. Oh, that's cool.
Who knows
That's
for how long?
That's cool. I didn't. Yeah, no, I'm stopping stream right now, dude. No, that's cool, dude. It's one of those like weird little cool little things that gaming just has, where it's like PewDiePie out in Sweden mixing up with Doc, who's formerly of Twitch.
Now?
Does he live in the States?
I think so.
I saw he still lived in Sweden or wherever it was. I don't know actually where he lives, but last I watched like 4 years ago. I don't know. I had no premise of where he was living. But yeah, I guess if you married... No, Maria's not American, is she?
Oh, they live in England. That's right.
Yeah.
No, she's Italian.
I was pretty sure she was an American. Otherwise, there's no way that he's living here because the revenue doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
actually,
so Dr. Disrespect.
What happened to your life today, dude? Let's go. Let's be personal for a second. What happened to your life today? What'd you do?
I worked.
What'd you do?
And then I played a little Hypixel Skyblock.
Ooh.
And then I made the stream notes.
That's it?
That is my day.
That is your day.
Oh, I woke up at 2:30 because yesterday when I got home from work, I went to bed about 3:30 and then woke up at 2:30 a.m.
So you got...
I was tired. Like 11 hours.
You slammed.
No, I didn't sleep the night before, like at all, because I had to get up earlier and then I couldn't sleep and then I couldn't sleep and then 2 a.m. rolled around. I was like, if I sleep now, I'm going to be more tired when I wake up than if I just go straight through.
I did that actually last night. I went to bed I went to bed at 2 a.m. I woke up at 9 a.m. and I was just in. Shit, actually no, I went to bed at 3:50. What time did I go to bed?
It's live at like midnight.
Yeah, my
Why do
notifications
you keep,
are weird.
not going live?
And no, my notifications are weird. No, my notifications are weird. I was live yesterday early. I was live yesterday at 6:12 p.m. or something like that. My phone says I went to bed at 3:42 p.m. last night, or at least that's when I stopped touching my phone. I normally go to the washroom and change, or well, undress and get into bed. But like, yeah, I went to bed late last night, and then had a 10 a.m. meeting, which is kind of nice. Not really.
I feel like three to
Running on
9.
low sleep.
That's 6 hours. I mean,
That's
not
6
terrible.
hours. That's more. That's what the average adult should be getting. Not my age.
6 to 8. 6 to 8.
6 to 8. Yeah, exactly. That's below average. But
Everybody's
whatever.
a little different. I'm about 7.5, and I'm good.
I mean, fair. Once you learn, like, that's one of those things you learn eventually over time. Like, I know if I need a nap,
Yeah,
I need a nap, and I just go to bed. But like, I have the ability to do that.
I get about 6 until I have a day off. Then I get about 10, and then
And then you're good for the week. You get that extra hour
because
in.
then I'm tired. I'm like, I slept too much. Like this morning, wasn't super tired. Didn't feel like I slept too much, just because I guess I was catching up. I didn't think you caught up on sleep. That's what the scientists say, but
Your body was saying. Your body was saying.
time to get up, bud. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll watch Ludwig in my bed for a couple hours. Do you ever watch Ludwig?
No, I haven't
know who
seen
that
his.
is, though?
Yeah, isn't he a Twitch streamer?
He's a Twitch streamer and YouTube, but his stuff is hilarious. I'm loving it.
I feel like there's a lot of
McDonald's.
people I would out and like I would watch. It's just I am meeting the meeting. Like here's what I did today, because I didn't have meetings. Friday's my day where I say
I
fuck
thought you said you
everyone.
had a meeting at 10.
I had 3 meetings today, but I don't have meetings. Like, I had like 3 meetings that one was a pop-up. I wasn't expecting it, and I had to take it because they didn't have a time next week. So I was just like, fuck it, I got 10 a.m. tomorrow. You want to do that? The other meeting turned into 2 meetings. So I'll talk about this in a second. So the first meeting was last night. I get an email saying that I was nominated to be top 100 tech industries of the year, which is an intercom thing. And I always find that cool, because I was like, damn, I've wanted to go to this event for 3 years now, and I haven't been able to go. And now I've been nominated.
COVID-19 is still a thing.
I know COVID-19 is still
Don't do
a
it.
thing.
They're tricking you. Oh, make the intern go. He'll get sick.
Yeah, go get the intern to get the fucking award. No, I'll go whatever. I don't fucking care. I'm healthy young man. Even if I get COVID, it
I
wouldn't
gotta
be.
watch myself. This old man.
No, I don't expect it to happen, but the nominations are still gonna happen, which means they're still gonna send out the awards if I do win. So it'll be cool. It would be cool to see if I'm one of the top 100. So I'm one of the top 350 right now. That's made it to this point, which is basically I got to sit down in a meeting with them, which is nice. But there's probably no chance that me, middle nobody, gets top 100. So it's a cool thing to sit down and say, hey, I'm Glovinator. I'm Caleb. I did a thing in esports and tech and things like this, but it's not gonna. It's not gonna come like to fruition, so to say. It's just nice to have that meeting and be recognized for something like that, which is nice to see. And then I sat down with a meeting with a guy who has a big influence in esports, and he's trying to create a big footprint. And he's doing a bunch of different things all at once. And he looked at me and he offered me a job.
In a meeting with your boss?
So he looked at me. He offered me 3 jobs, actually. I'm not joking. He offered me 3 different jobs.
Time out. What was your response? Caleb, you look like a bright young man. I want to hire you.
He's like, here's his first. So he offered me 3 jobs in the same meeting, and then I sat down and listened to them after. So it turned into 2 meetings. This is where it turned into 2 meetings. So the first meeting was about something that that I can't talk about right now because it's still under development. But so the meeting's basically development. We're talking about things. We're developing things. And the first time he says this is like, as soon as Jacob's done with you, you're getting hired, and I'm paying you $100,000 a year.
What do you mean done with me? I'm done with him.
I'm like, what? And then he's like, and then a little bit later, he's like, dude, I need some more professional players. I'm looking for players. You play Fortnite still? And then
yeah, for $100,000 a year, I'll do just about anything.
And then he's like, I want to get coaches. Caleb, I would love to get you going with my coaches program. I'll pay you $30 an hour right now.
I can coach myself. I can just player coach right here.
He's like, I'll pay you $30 right now to start teaching collegiate program level stuff. And I was like, that's 3 in 1. Wham, bam, bam. You know? So I'm sitting there and I have him go over all the the legitimate points after that, because we go through the meeting and that we get those the 3 things, and then I sit in the next meeting with him, which he's still on the phone and we're still in the call, and he looks at me and he's just like, dude, I don't know why you didn't say yes to the meeting. I'm just like, what am I supposed to say yes to? I didn't know shit about shit, right? So I mean, we talked for an hour and a half, and I'm probably gonna end up doing something. I don't know what it is. Probably a small coaching thing or something. But I don't know. I've never had those 2 things happen to me in one day, so I feel like just my whole life just kind of switched gears all at once, and I still don't know what I agreed to today. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what I agreed to. But
well, to be honest with you, nothing's in writing, so didn't agree to anything.
No, I don't even know. Nothing's agreed to. Yeah, nothing's legally binding. I don't have to go do something tomorrow, right? But a bunch of little projects too today, where I was doing just writing documents, which tends to be a lot of my days. And while I say I didn't work much today, I probably started working at 9:45 and didn't get off my computer until I started eating pizza today. And now I'm back on.
That was about 10:20, guys. So 9:45 to 10:20.
Wait, 9:45 to 10:20? Wait, what?
That's when you started eating pizza. 10:20.
Oh, I know.
That's not a good time frame, is what I'm saying, dumbass. I don't know when you ate pizza.
He's smart. I started eating pizza. I just finished eating pizza on stream. I was talking to you and not talking to chat. I just finished eating pizza before we started this. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why we're late today by 5 minutes.
By what?
By 5 minutes. No, because we start stream at 7:30 and then we don't start talking about topics until 7:40. We didn't start talking about topics until 7:55.
Me, you, and Nibby, what time did we plan the podcast?
7:30. It's on my calendar.
That's when the podcast starts. So when should stream start?
7:30.
No. Your stream, if you're going to have the countdown, what time should it start?
7:40. If you're gonna have the countdown, so
have the countdown.
Oh, you want to come in 7:20 and then? Oh, that's why you.
Motherfuckers! Jesus Christ! I'm looking for a secondary host. I will go onto your Twitch channel if it's got more followers than Gloves. Otherwise, we can go onto mine. And somebody who's not so shit at Fortnite that they derank every other stream. Oh, but it ranked up at the end. I don't care.
100 Thieves roster change? What happened to 100 Thieves roster? Send me a link for that, dude. Send me a link for that.
I didn't think it mattered that much.
While we wait for that,
name. A Valorant, so a Fortnite player. Oh, I would know his name. Oh, that's because his mom was bitching about it.
Oh, what?
Hiko's mom was whining.
Hiko's mom was bitching about what? Man, I don't watch enough Twitch streamers to be able to do a fucking podcast on.
Do you know who Hiko is?
I know who Hiko is. Of course I do. He's played fucking CS for 20 years. He played in CS Source. He played CSGO. And then he switched over to Valorant and he got signed to 100 Thieves in a second because guess what? He's a fucking god. Hiko was the king of FPS for a while, too. I think right before Shroud started taking the crown. And even now, I still think he's one of the best. 100 Thieves Valorant dropped everyone except for Hiko and picked up Nitro, who's also from CSGO. And now they're building a roster around them. What was their Valorant roster
In a
before
tweet
that?
that has since been deleted, Hiko's mom, Laura Martin, demanded 100 Thieves make changes to the roster. This tweet came in response to her son's tweet about losing 0-2 to Immortals during the FaZe Clan Valorant Invitation. She, like many other 100 Thieves fans, wants to see the Valorant roster succeed and expects changes to come after the initial tweet. After the initial tweet, 100 Thieves would then lose 1-2 to FaZe Clan in the lower bracket and bow out of the tournament.
A bunch of PUBG players. That's incredible. So I haven't seen the 100 Thieves do well, but now that I'm thinking about it, there must have been a reason why they weren't doing well, and the only person we knew of was Hiko. Yeah, we all know Hiko got signed to a contract. He's gonna be there for a while, but
all of the members got signed to a contract.
No, professional esports works on leases. You get signed to a lease, which means they can drop you at any time. Hiko got signed to a contract, which means even if they fucking don't play him, he's still getting paid. That's the difference. And if they sign Nitro, he put him on the same contract too. So here's the tweet from 100 Thieves on stream now. America's captain has a new look. Welcome Nitro to 100 Thieves Valorant. That's amazing. Oh, it's coming through wrong speakers. Hold up.
Are they gonna get in trouble for Captain America shield? They're defacing Captain America's shield? I'm gonna follow them just so I can unfollow them. It looks like trash. That chick couldn't even... Are you kidding me?
That does not look that good.
It looks so bad. It's terrible.
Nitro's gonna be a good addition, but 100 Thieves has another presence of Valorant competitive. Like, it's literally right now, it's been Liquid Energy, BBG's getting a presence in Valorant, but they haven't solidified a team yet. But they really did deface Captain America's shield, though. It did. Don't like that at all. No, it's what NRG's had a presence. Who won the last major? It was Liquid and someone else in the last major for Valorant. I don't know. Whatever it is, Valorant's gonna be
Wait, what do you mean last major? There's been more than one major?
Yeah, Valorant's running 50K majors for the last 2 months now.
That's not a major.
CSGO's major wasn't 100K until 6 years ago. So
the game came out 8-9 years ago. I mean,
the game came out 12 years ago. Granted, it's a different time. You're 100% right. CSGO came out 12 years ago. CS Source was at 18 or 20 years ago. And it was a game before CS Source. That was Counter-Strike something.
CSGO.
It's 2008, wasn't it?
Came out 2012, 8 years ago.
8 years ago. Okay, so
I mean, obviously we are not in the same time frame. It has been out officially for what, 3 months, 2 months?
Yeah, and they're playing 50K tournaments once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, but that if you're gonna call that anything, call it a minor so you can work up to it. If you're gonna call that a major, that's unless they're gonna call it like a global when they do a big one. I mean, calling that a major is disappointing.
Well, they're also kind of limited by COVID. If it was up to them, they'd put 2 tournaments that they put 2 tournaments out right now, and they'd do 250K for each and call it a major. I
mean, Rocket League did $1 million last.
RLCS is different though because it looks more like the professional soccer, doesn't it?
I don't give a shit what it looks like. It's not as popular as Valorant, and it never was as popular as Valorant.
No, I mean you could 100%. No, it's not as popular as Valorant. But here's the point I'm trying to make. Valorant is doing something that they can do. Rocket League still has the ability because they've always done it online, right? Rocket League hasn't changed their model.
Yes, they have.
They're all their highest level. They're all CS isn't doing their in-person events at the end of the season.
Correct.
But
they didn't do it at the end of last season.
No. They didn't do it at the end of last season. But everything else, RLRS and their tournament play-ins, all the same. All exactly the same.
Because he loves America so much.
Why is Canadian wear an American flag shirt? Because it's the U.S. Open, and I was there at Torrey Pines.
You wore that last week, by the way.
Did I wear it the same stream too?
Yeah.
Well, oh well. I don't know. I was wearing a dress shirt all day, so this is just the first shirt I grabbed off the thing. I was thinking about the XG jersey, but I was like, I want to save that to where I'm actually streaming for like 6 hours of the same day, so I'm gonna wear it tomorrow, and I'm gonna start streaming at like 4 p.m. or something.
Esports jerseys, comfy AF.
Dude, the MetaThreads, the external gaming MetaThreads jersey, one of the best out there.
First of all, too expensive. Too expensive.
Ours? The external gaming jersey?
Yeah. What is it, like $75?
It's $65.
I want it 50 or lower.
Wow. Okay. Bro, the new 100 Thieves jersey is insane. I will never wear a long sleeve jersey. Never. I had to wear one for soccer for an entire year. It was a $200 jersey, and sure, it was very comfortable, but when this fucking second you're moving your arm around in it, I have to pull that shit. I would pull that shit so far up for my fucking soccer games, and my coach would get so pissed at me because we had sponsors all the way down the sleeves, and that's the only reason why we had them. I hate them. I hate long sleeve shirts, which is why I only ever wear t-shirts year round, whether I'm in Canada or the US. Doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, I don't wear shorts other than basketball shorts. I don't like I've got khaki shorts if I have to, like, if they tell me you're gonna do carts tomorrow and be pushing carts in the middle of summer, I'll wear the khakis because I'm not allowed to wear athletic shorts.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can wear basketball shorts, or if I can't wear basketball shorts, I'll wear jeans. That's
a short sleeve one for
you. Get it right.
No, he knows. He knows it's a forehead. It's a 5 if you go over here. Big news. Shroud is back, baby.
The king is back home.
The king of FPS is back. Did you get the video, or did you just get the news? Oh, I want to show the fucking Shroud video. Hold up. Twitch.
What do you mean? You want to watch his whole video he put out today?
Oh, the 11-second video that's on his channel. Oh, he's already live. Where's his channel trailer? Oh, because he's live, I can't see his channel trailer. Fuck! Shroud, stop being live! No, there was an 11-second video. Back. Alright, I'll see you later. I'll see you later, Fig. Oh my god. My belly. You said you're live. Home. That means I'll see you later, brother.
Back in live right now.
Yeah, it means he's fucking playing games, which means I'll see him later.
Shroud is back and live right now.
Oh, wait. Never mind. Shroud is
eating
back,
or something?
baby. That's gonna stay a meme. I'm eating, therefore I do not know what you're talking about.
I'm DMing you the link.
Did you get the fucking 11-second video link?
Yeah, because I'm a G, bro. I'm the best there's ever been. And while he's pulling that out, Michael Shroud, I'm not gonna try to pronounce his last name, is back on Wednesday, back on Twitch after the shutdown of the Mixer.
Anyone think he can hear fucking... No one can hear you. Shroud's thing is way too loud. It is way too loud.
Mute as you open it. Just
what? I just fucking went over you, dude. As soon as you said that, instantly open.
Alright, pull it up.
It's already open. It's already been played. You're going. Go now.
I've got the stream paused, so I use all my bitrate on my camera.
Okay. Now go.
You know how bad my internet is. All right, so Shroud was back on Twitch following the shutdown of Mixer with nearly 500,000 active viewers on Wednesday, which would be 2 days ago today. Yeah. Here, let's go to my notes. So I only have one note. Good. Basically, my big thing is... Huh? Oh. I'm like, what are you not paying attention to me for?
Oh, that's why he's not paying attention to me.
Right. So, big note would be that at the beginning, he teased he was going pro in Valorant. He was like, I know you guys are all here for no, that was
Is Shroud going pro in Valorant?
That was something different. he mentioned at first, he was like, yeah. And like brushed it off real quick, said yes and brushed it off. And then later goes, no, I don't want to put the work ethic in. I just want to play the game. I don't want to practice. I don't want to scrim. I just want to play the game. That's not good work ethic. Yeah, he was joking, but it was very cute. He just threw the yeah in there. He's the king of the teas now. He also was like, I know you guys are here for one question and one question only. And you know what that question was? Yeah, my vacation was pretty good. Thanks for asking.
Good man.
Everybody's like,
he's a good Canadian boy.
You're gonna tell us about Doc? Everybody's like freaking out. And
he's
like,
a good Canadian kid.
I didn't play video games for like a month. It was nice, but I'm glad to be back. Is basically what he did.
He's a good Canadian kid, boys.
Yeah, but I mean, live now with what I say, 70,000. I mean, that is just. I mean, I don't know what his numbers were before. I only followed him for a little bit before he got signed over to Mixer. But I mean, still insane.
He was averaging.
Numbers.
He was averaging about the same with Timo Tadman at the time, which was 20 to 50,000, depending on what game he was playing that day. So.
Right. I mean,
which is great numbers,
30,000,
right? Those are great numbers. He's averaging 120,000 since being back.
Yeah.
Like what? Okay. Go back to Figure was saying Liquid signed a European Valorant team. You're gonna have to open stream for this because the link's in chat if you want to watch it. I'll tell you when I start the video. Liquid signed a European Valorant team, so I want to see what this is and just how badass the video is.
If I see any of these names.
Holy shit, this is badass.
Yeah, it's very high quality.
Cryptix. Holy Cryptix.
As a Cypher main coming out with the Scepter or whatever it's called.
I don't know who this is. I know who Cryptix is.
1S as Omen with a double headshot with that one gun.
I know who Link is too.
Link with the Sage mate coming around with the Bulldog, getting the triple spray down.
Oh, it's his shut it.
3 of the enemy team now raised and Soulcast coming in top, holding a site on that one map that I don't know any of the maps names. I want to cast Valorant so bad, just talk like that though. Scream as I know her name. Don't tell me. Reina. With the sheriff. He turned on that kid. This is insane.
So cool.
Yo, Team Liquid, whoever put this video together, pay them more and get them assistance so they can just keep cranking out content. This is so much fun to watch. And speaking of montages...
Oh, smoke, yeah.
Oh, come on. Come on, you got a bunch. We all know he's gonna get it. That's 2.
10 seconds left.
Oh my shit.
Oh my god, bro. That was slow.
I actually have goosebumps, dude.
That was insane.
Oh, Scream's gonna be fucking disgusting. I forgot Scream said he was leaving CS.
I think it depends on how much money is in this, like how long they stay as a top esport. Because, you know, like Rainbow Six, it was the top esport for about 2 months. Like one of the tops. And yeah, it's still popular, but not like CS or League of Legends, you know.
Holy shit. What a fucking roster. Yeah. Look at that roster. Scream and Cryptix and Link. Massive brands. I don't know the other two guys, but Scream, Cryptix, and holy shit.
To know who made the video. Literally want credits. I want to follow these people and learn from them.
Holy shit.
Is there a theater replay system?
No.
So how did they get? You see that last frame that's still up there?
Hey, that was built. You saw in the video. They built that. That's a render.
They animated all that.
That's a render. That is a render. That is an image that they rendered. Incredible.
That's insane.
What an incredible video. I was mad that you're fucking casting over it. I was actually really mad about that. I was really mad about that. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to fucking mute you and I couldn't.
My own podcast. Yeah, you can mute me. See, look, I'm gonna mute you right now. Can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah, you can, because I'm on stream, bitch.
I have stream paused.
I was trying to figure out how to mute you, and I tried to do that. It didn't work, because it's on the video, and I have to go into Discord to do that. I was mad. That looks fucking badass, though. That looks badass. If they put their entire effort into that, because I know Liquid's got an NA team. If they put their effort into their EU team and content like that, whoo, they're going to be doing some shit in the next few months.
But like, did you play Call of Duty ever?
No.
Back when Zergriz and that whole thing was going on, like all the trick shotting YouTubers back in like COD 4 back in 2008.
Yeah.
Like when that was going on, everybody was like, I can't wait to see Grizz's next montage, and he would tease it and stuff like that. That's what this could be. You think the character? I mean, like, yeah. I mean, you're looking at character games, Dota.
More maps,
League.
more characters. Game will be the top.
I mean,
yeah, no, it's gonna be better than Overwatch if they run their esport right.
Oh,
the problem with Overwatch is the Overwatch League is they didn't run their esports league well, which is why they lost so many players to Valorant. They kept making patch after patch after patch that ruined the meta. Like, I was in contenders playing at the second highest level, and I was just like, dude, my character just got patched out of the game. I was playing 3 characters, and my main character got patched out of the game, and I was off the main roster. It was as simple as that. It was as simple as that. I was done.
So nothing that you did. Like,
no,
the
game patched out characters.
Well, it's because the meta
Raxu lost his career, Sinatra lost his career, XQC technically lost his career because of patching. XQC lost his career because of his voice, and what he was fucking saying, but Sinatra stopped playing Overwatch because Tracer and Genji got patched out. I played Tracer, McCree, and Hanzo. Patched out. Like they literally nerfed the shit out of the characters. So
is that the Canadian word for out?
Dive meta got taken out. Sinatra was useless, and he sat on a bench for 2 months until Tracer was kind of on edge of meta, but he was so fucking good that they played him for the playoffs. Right? That's how good Sinatra was. That was his last year in Overwatch League. I was playing in contenders, and I was focusing on Hanzo because it was Hanzo dive meta. It wasn't really Hanzo dive meta, it was Hanzo McCree dive meta. Tanks were dive and the support were dive. And then Wrecking Ball comes out and it's like, okay, now that's there. And then they nerf the shit out of the meta, and it's like you have to have Mei, you have to have Reinhardt, and you have to have another shield. And at the time only Orisa was in the game. So it's like, good fucking luck. Survive. Right? And if you did an off meta, you better had to have the best goddamn like I was playing Mei. I hate Mei with a passion. But it got to the point where me and my buddy were basically like, you know how to play Mei better than I do. I need to, like, I'm playing Hanzo still a good enough level where I'm killing who I need to kill in fights, but like, we're not gonna win this meta. We're gonna wait. We literally had to wait it out and just survive for as many matches as we could. And it got to the point where I just got removed from the roster, and it's like, it sucks, man. It really, really, really does suck. So
here's the thing that I don't understand is that, so with Call of Duty, right? Because that's the competitive background that I have, and I was never at a high level, but it's the background that I do have. If meta changed, you just change guns, right? You play, it's like CS. You know, you've got your AKs, you got your M4s. They'll change it up a little bit. Where what was nutty, the Kraber was nutty for a little bit, right? But you change your gun. It's no big deal at all. But when they change characters like that, and I'm like dipping my toes into Valorant now,
Right.
so I'm not super experienced, but like, don't you just learn how to play another character?
It's
Like, I can jump
so
on, like,
people
I've played
move
Raze a couple times.
Right, people
I'm
move
not as
around the
good-
game. People move around the game differently. So I move around the game really, really quickly, which is why I don't play Sage very well. I move around the game really quickly. I make quick decisions, and if I'm not playing a character that can support that quick decision, I'm gonna die. So I can
So why don't
play
you
Cypher, I
change
can
your
play
playstyle?
Sova, I can play
if the
Raze, I
game
can
slowed
play.
down.
No, that's not the point. That's not the point. When your character gets nerfed out of shit, you have to change your entire play. Like, and some of the best players, I don't play Jett because I haven't used her kit enough to really be able to use her, and I don't like how you have to hold the smoke out. I'd get killed for that shit because I'll probably play Jett. You know, I'll play Jett once tonight at least. But let's go back. That's not the fucking conversation. The point is when your character, especially in Overwatch, and it's really hard to play Overwatch because I played a longer range character in most cases, minus when I played Tracer, because I could play Tracer and I was really lucky that I could play Tracer. When you're playing Overwatch, you sit into one of 3 different metas in your mind, your physical meta, and it's just how you play. It's how you understand the game. It's how you move around the map. And if you understand how you play and move around the map, you understand what you're good at. If you get nerfed, like if your character and your basically your playstyle gets removed from the game, which is what happened to Sinatra, you basically are not the level of competitive play that you were, and it takes 4 to 5 months normally to get back to that competitive level on a new character, because you have to learn that character, be able to play at the compete level, and then compete at that compete level, right? You have to. It's so many things that go into it. So if you were to take that and put it into Valorant right now, Sage is Sage Cypher. The reason Sage and it turns over so well to Cypher, and that people that can play Sage amazingly well play Cypher amazingly well, is because it's the same style, and neither of them are ever going to get removed from the meta. Minus the fact that Sage is kind of being removed from the meta because of how good the players are getting. Like, they're just hitting headshots, so Sage is kind of useless right now at the highest level. But in like comp, Sage is amazingly useful, right? Because you're going to get like tapped a couple times, and you're going to go back healed, and you're going to be able to be useful again in the rest of the round. But if you are a professional player on a certain character, that's what Overwatch was. Overwatch basically had the league set up in a way that you had to hire 4 different DPS characters. You had to get those people on the team. And if one of them was put out of the meta, you had another one from a different meta that could play in, right?
Right. So generally teams had, how many characters were in the game at the beginning?
How many characters at the beginning of Overwatch League? There was 24. At the end,
So
right now there's 28.
people?
No, they hired at minimum 9. At minimum 9. So
3 of each.
yeah, players know more than one character. I know 3 really, really, like at Masters, Grandmasters level, like this one of the 2 top ranks, right? I can play 3 characters on those ranks any day of the week. Any day of the week. I can play Widow at slightly lower rank, and I can play a couple other characters a little bit behind that, right? But it's like saying, because you know Valorant a little better, it's like saying, you don't know every character in the game. You can understand every character in the game, and like I could tell you how to play every character's kit. You will never, ever in Overwatch be able to play, or Valorant, ever be able to play every kit properly, because your physical playstyle and the mental, so like your subconscious doesn't play that style. And if you can figure out what your subconscious does, you will be able to play a very, very good game. So,
I mean, let's go back to the Sage talk. Like, I normally play Raze, Phoenix, and then if those 2 are picked, I play Brimstone, because nobody picks him. It's a safe third. And so by playing, you know, somebody didn't pick Sage, and I know how important Sage is.
Yep.
But I've never played her.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? It's going to be a time to learn. At least they're going to have a Sage.
Right.
I was terrible that first game, and I got progressively better. But the second game when somebody picked Phoenix. Well, no, I was hovering over Raze, like being like, "Hey, I want this." But if something else isn't being filled, I'll go to that spot, and somebody just goes, "Boom, Raze, mine." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" It was Phoenix, actually. I lied, but I
Right.
was so pissed. And then the guy was toxic. It was the worst.
Keep going. Go with your
Actually, that was
story.
a game
Keep
I played with Nabisco. Oh, I'm sorry. You can go on tangents for 10 minutes, but I can't.
No, I mean, it's just useless point. I wanted to respond to chat. Just quickly
Okay,
responding to
but,
chat.
like,
Just quickly responding to chat. The thing with Overwatch character, no one has the same bullet travel time. Each champ is like learning the game. I think Figure said this best in chat. You're a character pro in Overwatch, not an Overwatch pro.
Okay, but you're
It's a really good way
character
to say
type pro more than anything. Like if you can
Yes,
play one
kind of.
controller kind of thing, you can generally move over to another controller because they play at the same speed and have the same ideals behind them.
Yes.
Like if you're a controller,
Yeah.
like you're controlling that site, once you get it. If you're, DPS or what are they, the duelist, I think is what they call it.
Right.
You're getting onto the site. You're the entry fragger.
Right. And
That kind of thing.
so here's the thing. The crossover is kind of on some characters, but much like your main characters are Raze and Phoenix, you play Brim as your third. That is a completely different playstyle.
Right.
Raze and Phoenix,
Right,
if you go to CSGO, because I know you have some background in CSGO.
Right.
Oh my god. Sorry. Raze and Phoenix are entry fraggers.
This is the 5th week in a row that you've had hiccups at some point during the podcast.
Because I eat too much food beforehand. Raze and Phoenix are entry fraggers. Brim is a secondary fragger, which means he always should be refragging the main fragger. Sage, Cypher, Killjoy, those guys are either last into the bomb site or they're disgustingly good and they're playing as an entry fragger. And that's my problem
so
when I play
basically
these
they're
characters.
IGLs or lurkers, kind of.
Yes, more often than not, Sage or Cypher is the
carriers.
IGL. More often than not, Sage and Cypher is IGL. And Sage normally should have bomb, but if you go watch professional matches, what you're actually seeing is their smokers have the bomb more often than not, because they're the ones that are most keenly aware, but they're quiet. Those are quiet people. But in Valorant and Overwatch, they're very different, because gunplay is all the same in Valorant. Overwatch gunplay is you have characters and you counter characters with other characters. In Valorant, there's not much counter other than a few counters, and I want to go over a video with one of them.
You need a smoke and a healer.
Right, you need smokes. You need to be able to get on
It's what
site,
your
right?
team's
Yeah.
Not based on what they picked.
Exactly. In Valorant, it's gunplay, which is why people can get away with switching characters real easily and not have too much difficulty, and why I can't do it in a lot of cases.
Different guns.
Yeah, in Overwatch, they have different guns. So in Hanzo,
ever since they tried to make it like traditional sports, I didn't want to listen. I didn't care.
right.
I was like, yeah, no.
In my main character was not a DPS character. Like it wasn't a I can't remember what what it's called. Basically, when I shoot, it wasn't an instant damage. It wasn't instant damage. It was a bullet time.
Oh,
there was a tracking bullet time, right? And I was able to do this without thinking about it. I was able to predict where people move so well in Overwatch that I could climb really highly with Hanzo. The McCree was an instant hit character, and I had to learn him because Pharah became in the meta, right? Second Pharah came in the meta because she was flying, right? Which means your tanks who have short range weapons can't go and kill freaking hit scan. Like, you need a hit scan, that's what it's called, hit scan to go kill Pharah, right? And if I couldn't do it on McCree, I had to go back and do it on Widow or Hanzo, and I got really good at this with Hanzo. Like, towards the end, I was doing this better with Hanzo than I was with hit scan characters, and better than some of my hit scan boys who should have been better at this. So I was doing this with a bullet time travel character better than people were doing it with hit scan characters, and that's what that's what elevated my gameplay. That's why I was able to play so well, because I was doing things that people couldn't do on any character, and I was doing them consistently and effectively. I have some amazing clips from that era, but that was my value proposition. But I was only good at that key piece of the game, and I was only good at it when it was in the meta. There was one or two metas where Hanzo got changed, and all of a sudden, every single top 500 player was Hanzo. Every single one. Because guess what? That character was so in such a high level that guys like Raxu, guys like there's another couple guys I can't remember the name of off the top of my head, but Raxu especially, he had 5 accounts in the top 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 places in the world.
Gotcha.
Like it was impossible to beat him because he knew his character, and that's it. Now you won't see this in Valorant. In Valorant, you'll see a bunch of varying game because you can switch over, and gunplay matters a little bit more in Valorant because it's the same guns, and that's the good fix. That's the reason that Valorant's fixing kind of like the Overwatch problem, and there is a lot more to that. But if you see something where Raze's nade, her radius gets expanded by 20, 30, 40%, that's it. You're going to see a Raze in every single game if you don't already. Because Raze is already powerful.
Right, but then they keep the radius but lower the damage, and it's going to even back out kind of thing.
Kind of. And that'll keep happening, and that's how the balancing works. Basically, Overwatch wasn't balancing their game properly, and they weren't actually listening to their community. The reason Valorant and Riot, and the reason chat thinks this, and why Valorant should be the #1 game in the next few years, is because there is that balancing, and they understand that, because they've done it with League of Legends for 9 years now. You think they're not going to go turn that over and do it with Valorant as well? Riot's a good developer in this regard.
A major change in leadership from League of Legends to Valorant that doesn't have the same ideology. Like the higher ups are gonna be like, listen, this is what's going on, and this is why you're not gonna keep this position. But like, unless that kind of shit happens,
right? And that might, and that's funny because that might actually happen. Because if you haven't been paying attention to the news, go back to what this podcast is all about. Donald Trump's banning Tencent and whoever developed TikTok, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But basically, Tencent, who owns Riot, and another company, basically, if Donald Trump actually goes through with banning these two companies, that means they won't be able to run Riot. And you say it won't affect Epic or Riot. You're wrong. Because here's what's happened. All the money that Epic or Riot makes, comes from their in-game purchases. Some through their game purchases, but all their money
in-game purchases.
No. I'm finishing. I'm finishing this. We're going over to free Fortnite after this. We're going over to free Fortnite after this. But if Trump bans them, they either have to create subsidiaries that are U.S. companies. They have to create subsidiaries that are U.S. companies because remember, Riot is still a Chinese-owned company. Their home office is out of China. And that's why Riot's going to be affected. If they create U.S. subsidiaries, they can get around this, but they're not going to. It's going to cost hundreds of millions of dollars to put new people in the U.S., and that's why we could end up having a huge, massive shift in the leadership in Riot in the next few months because of how this might shake out. Obviously, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, but in theoreticals, there could be a huge shift in how Riot's developing Valorant right now, which is why actually we haven't been seeing patch notes in the last little bit. It's because a lot of their teams are actually working on figuring out ways to work around the whole Tencent deal. But go ahead, free Fortnite.
All right, so Fortnite tried to circumvent Apple's 30% in-app purchase fee by giving the players the ability to pay Epic directly for the V-Bucks that they're selling. Apple responded by taking Fortnite off of the Apple Store. So if you have Apple or Fortnite on your phone already, you're good to go. It won't update anymore because it's not in the app. They're not able to update it, but you still have it. You're good to go for now. And then Fortnite shot back today with an ad.
Actually, yesterday it came out yesterday. So this is So if you don't know anything about history, 1984 was a really bad time, lots of slander, but there's some good video clips from back then for political campaigns.
Whoa. 1984 is a book by George Orwell talking about how Big Brother is going to be always watching you.
That's another piece of it. So Epic took that and created
1984. Well, here, let's give some backstory about because you're a little bit younger.
Yep.
We got viewers that are a little bit younger. That was 5 years before I was born, but it was so iconic that I saw that on the internet while the internet was being reborn because people wanted to share that. They were like, "Oh, do you remember this amazing commercial?" Right. So 1984 commercial was Apple's first commercial ever, aired during the Super Bowl in 1984, I believe. Not 100% sure about that, but and so it showed a whole bunch of drones being watched, not drones, but like people that are just doing what the man tells them to do.
Right.
And it's all black and white. You know, they're looking at this big screen of this man talking, and just kind of like this, kind of want to be like, kind of what people think of when they think of communism, like this one guy telling everybody what to do, right? And then one guy has all that control. And then you see a young lady running in brightly colored clothes and with a big hammer, and then she almost like shot put swings this hammer straight into the screen.
Okay, I'm gonna play the video before you explain anymore.
I linked it just so you could play it.
We celebrate the first glorious
I was prepared.
anniversary of the information purification directives. We have created for the first time in all history a garden of pure ideology where each worker may bloom, secure from the pests of a contradictory thoughts. Purification of thoughts is more powerful a weapon than any fleet or army on earth. We are one people, with one will, one resolve, one cause. Our enemies shall talk themselves down, and we will bury them with their own confusion. We shall prevail.
On January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh. And you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
So Epic Games replied with obviously their. Do you have the Epic Games one too? No, you don't. Oh, you do.
Yeah, both of them linked next page.
Accidents happen.
So, anyways,
When they do,
that was
I'm
a shot
playing
at
this one.
IBM saying IBM's not fun, and that was Apple's response. Now this is Fortnite's response to Apple, which is very ironic.
Yeah.
Want to say the irony?
We celebrate the anniversary of the Platform Unification Directives. For years they have given us their songs, their labor, their dreams. In exchange, we have taken our tribute, our profits, our control. This
I say free
power is
Fortnite.
ours and ours alone. We shall prevail.
And it comes with text. Epic Games has defied the App Store monopoly. In retaliation, Apple is blocking Fortnite from a billion devices. Join the fight to stop 2020 from becoming 1984. There isn't any more text. Hashtag free Fortnite.
No, that's it.
Yeah. So just to go back into what this really is Epic Games or Fortnite is removing, they added an ability to pay them directly. So you cut out Apple's fees, which basically reduced V-Bucks by 30%. And then they went one step further, and they also reduced the price of V-Bucks by 20% in game, therefore reducing Apple's cut of, again. So if they did get money, they would get less. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff going into this. Someone said this a while ago, but basically, Epic Games employees have been preparing for this since the day they released Fortnite. Like, they knew they were gonna get on iOS, and then knew they were gonna fucking do a bunch of shit, and they had the year to plan for this. And the second they started defying them, their lawyers were ready with a lawsuit. Like, the amount of things that happened very quickly. Epic Games has already sued Apple for the rights to do this and be able to still publish their game on the iOS store. That's already happened. They've sued them for defamation of character because of what they've been doing in the media. And Apple has countersued for defamation of character because of the app for the video that they've done. So in just like 2 weeks,
sue for copyright at that point.
they could almost sue for copyright. There's probably that in there. That's very close to copyright, but copyright law does last only 10 years, so that could be.
No, it doesn't. It's
Copyright law only
like
counts
76 years after the death of the author. Like when Walt Disney made Bambi, right?
Walt Disney sold Bambi.
Had the official name. What? Okay,
that's,
when it
Walt Disney's a
animated,
hilarious story. Animated, yeah, I get that. There's a whole bunch of things, but basically, On,
terrible, but
it's a weird. Copyright law is a weird law, but basically there's an entire shit show that's going to happen, and I'm not going to lie, you're not going to see a change in esports. You're not going to see one for a little bit. It'll definitely affect how much money the players get this year, but it's definitely one of those things this is going to change Epic Games from being just a name that we know of as gamers to Epic Games being known as a brand like Blizzard, Activision,
Apple.
and Apple. They're gonna be known as a brand from this point on because they took on Apple.
News stories, right, the news stories, because it's Apple. They're gonna put it in there.
Yeah,
and it's gonna start by saying the creators of Fortnite, Epic Games, blah blah blah. And then eventually it's just going to turn into such a common name in the news that they're just going to start saying Epic Games. And
100%.
Moms, dads, aunts, uncles, maybe 100%. Not grandma and grandpa, but they're going to know what that company is and that they make video games. Maybe not what video game all the time, but it's going to become big enough.
Google removed Fortnite for a different reason. It was about 2 hours after. Google removed them 2 hours after. You've always been able to download Fortnite through different things on Android. However, Google removed them from the Play Store 2 hours after because they didn't want to be associated with the characters. But they still said that you were able to download the app through the sources that were available about a year and a half ago. So, not terrible, but also not great either. So that's going to be one of those weird things that happens. Just to switch over into something else that happened in esports. Halo Infinite was delayed again. This is the third delay, but it's also mostly due to coronavirus. If you don't remember, it was supposed to come out this summer. It was moved back to winter, and now it's going to be 2021. No definite kind of season, but it's just because of coronavirus, and the news has just been. I've heard this like 4 times on the news because I listen to news every morning. I've heard this like 4 times that they've been delaying, so. Kind of sucks, but there's not much. But it is going to be the Xbox. It was supposed to come out with the Xbox Series X, which is why it was delayed the first time, because the Xbox Series X got delayed. Are you back home? No, I'm living in my apartment, dude. This is my new home. Yeah, so a bunch of things that are happening, but it's going to be delayed until well after the Xbox Series X comes out, and that still hasn't come out either, because their production was canceled earlier this year. So there's going to be a whole bunch of delays with that, and honestly we'll keep waiting for that, but that's one of those things where it's going to kind of suck, but it's going to happen eventually. It's going to be cool. But Halo Infinite will eventually come out, and if any of you want to read the article, there's a good article by The Verge explicitly explaining what's going on, and they did tweet about it, saying for the 3rd time that they've been delaying. The last topic that we have, and I know that Figure's gonna like this. Well,
big one.
This is more of a controversial one, because we know that players have been doing this for a long time. So a little backstory on this: players have been sending in Fortnite players have been sending in calls with each other during solos.
Time out. Can we go over the topic and then talk about it's been going on for a long time?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, you go ahead.
Basically, Bugha and Owl FN were officially warned through their Fortnite in-game menu for collusion / match fixing during a Fortnite Championship series. The 2 players were in a Discord call together, claiming they were muted the whole time. Carry on, and then I'll finish up with we could show a couple.
Well, yeah, we'll show a couple clips. We'll show the Bugha, the tweet, the Owl tweet, and then the clip that's saying they were anything. But if you haven't known, Fortnite Solos is a piece of shit, and basically a lot of players like Bucky, like Creo, Kanata, all of these players sit in a call together and just talk so that they don't get tilted out of their goddamn minds while fucking playing, because solos really, really, really sucks. However, Bugha and Owl got into the same game and were technically called colluding, but even though they never saw each other, and nothing happens.
Nope, that's not true.
They see each other?
They shot each other several times. You'll see
okay.
later.
I guess I'll see it. I didn't actually see that. I didn't actually see the links, but I do think that this. And here's the problem with this: Fortnite needs to fix their solos if they're ever going to play solos again, and they don't realize that. But that's my 2 cents. Fortnite needs to fix solos. Trios is fun, but duos is the only comp meta that they have that kind of works, and even then, It's not at a point where it's entertaining. But let's start with Booga's tweet. We'll go to Al's tweet, and then we'll go from there.
All right, Booga's tweet shows the official like warning that he got. It wasn't a statement. It was straight through his system saying, "This is your warning." That's it. So nothing about being suspended.
Fucking Ronaldo, dude. NRG Ronaldo is fucking hilarious. Sorry. One of the few Fortnite
so
players I
let's
follow.
move on to Owl's video, which
Owl's
is
video here.
/teaming in this
it's
game.
a little bit longer of a video. It's about 2 minutes,
which
but
is just
watch it in
completely
full and
false.
hear what he's got to
This
say.
whole game, me, Booga, Nosh were all shooting and fighting each other, and these replays will show the facts that we actually were. So right here, Booga launch pads, and he literally just sprays me in the back for 100. Sprays me again, and then he just goes into zone. This is the clip from the stream proving he was deafened this whole time. Also proving the fact that he knows this is my skin. And this was not planned. The banner skin is my skin. I wear this skin all the time. Multiple pro players have their own skins.
Little dumbass control the
And
baby
every
down
Fortnite
there.
player knows this is true.
Little dumbass control the baby owl.
Totally me same clip. Okay. Okay, so here's Nosh. Also, who was deafened. Not exchanging info. Fighting Booga right now. Hit him for 100. He's low. Booga shockwaves away. Hits him again. This guy's here, so he fights him now. Whatever. He's boxed up now. Colazo jumps in his box. He's dead. Let's look at my point of view. I know that's Caddy loot. Heard a shotgun shoot, so I'm like, okay, that kid's probably. I heard shotgun shoot, shield crack. He's probably low. I'm on controller right here with the gold P90, so I try and jump in because I want kid's loot. Lose the fight. GG. Okay, this is Booga's stream POV. To prove that he was deafened the whole time, we did not exchange information. He shoots me right there, and then just boxes up. And then here comes the big Colazo with his controller.
What?
He's dead.
Wow, this is the shit I'm saying. Like,
And then I
what?
push up. He's still deafened.
Bro, shit on this kid.
Okay, he undeafens right there. I'm already in the box shooting him as he undeafens. He undeafens to tell me to shit on him because he knows it's my skin. I made my own decision to jump into the box. I was not pressured or did it because Booga told me to. And then I die.
Oh my god.
I don't even know if these people are Discord calls together because they stream to over 100,000 people as a collective.
And they're continually talking between games.
Yeah, they talk between games. They talk about it, and obviously Owl fucking gets triggered. So here's the last clip of Booga from a different third-party source, and we'll talk about the text that he adds after that. So.
Nice. I guys may or may not see a little banner skin shooting at me.
Come here, bitch! Oh, Joe!
Bro, who's that kid gliding?
Wait, where? I want to kill that guy.
Uh,
Where's that gliding bitch ass kid? I'm coming for him.
bro,
He's down bad if
this
he's
random
gliding.
guy at agency just tried keying me, man.
Laughing.
This is just them shooting shit. It's not colluding in any way.
No, yes it is. That clip proves colluding, and I'm gonna fight you on this.
Okay, we'll talk about it in a second. I want to go to Sly's thing. Sorry, hold up. My stomach isn't happy. So, there really isn't much difference between these clips. Later in the game, Booga and Owl drop box next to each other. Right after that, Booga gets killed. He has Owl jump in the bot and saying nobody should get B-banned. But the double standards are crazy. Also, this stuff happens in solos and never happens in team modes. Literally everyone in the same game and their friend before purposely ignored them or something. Solos really shouldn't be a main mode for tournaments anymore. So here's my thing. You told me too many people actually do team and grief 60% of what's wrong with Fortnite. That does happen. However, the reason that they're not banned is because they weren't actually colluding. Because guess what? They were trying to fucking shoot each other. Right? first of all, in Fortnite, there's if you know who skins who, you know who skins who. I could tell you, like, literally when we were playing, me and Spice would look for each other if we were playing solo tournaments the entire time. And if Spice was doing bad or if I was doing bad, we try and Q snipe the other one just out of just watching their profile on the main menu because we wanted to fucking kill each other, right? We weren't in a Discord call though, because we weren't smart enough to go jump in a Discord call. Right? They shoot if you were colluding and you were actually colluding. Here's the thing with people that are doing it, and the reason that people do it: you either hit each other 100, and then just back up, or you don't even fucking shoot each other and you turn the other direction. Both times they were trying to shoot each other. Bugha had the advantage, and the only reason he ran the second time, or sorry, when he landed on the high ground and shot him from the back, is because he was a mile away from zone. When they get into zone, they are literally on top of each other because they're on edge of zone. That is not colluding. If you know anything about Fortnite, that is just unlucky zone play. And the fact that all three of those people were in the same area is because none of them had rotation to get out of that area. Bugha had no grenades left to get further into zone, and when he did, he died. So there was just a whole bunch of shit show that happened there, and that's why it's not colluding.
That was for you, Figure. No, the fact that Owl didn't know where one person was. Bugha mentioned there was a kid gliding in. He wouldn't have known where that kid was.
He still didn't know where he was.
Like, no warning.
He still didn't know where he was.
He knew to look for it.
He knew to look for it. Sure.
Right. If that wasn't mentioned, I would say no warning. If
okay.
That was, you know,
that line deserves a warning, but like that's
they never talked about where each other were unless they physically saw them, right? But once you talk about where another person is and the other person doesn't already have previous knowledge, it's colluding.
It didn't make a difference. It didn't make a difference in the match, though. It doesn't matter if it made
a difference or not. It doesn't matter. It's information exchanged that the person wouldn't have already known about if they weren't in a Discord.
You know what? I'm gonna say fair to that because that's the kid would have been close enough for him to hear because it was both agency. I don't know. There's two theories. Like either the other guy didn't hear, the Owl didn't hear him because he didn't want to hear him, or he didn't turn until after, right? Like he was focused on trying to fuck with Bugha, and they both knew it.
Right.
That was it. And then once they realized, like, they took a step back. They took a step back, and they muted it for their end game, which neither of them got to because they both got fucking rolled in fucking third zone.
Right.
It's unlucky, but it happens.
He died, and then Owl got shit on.
Yeah, like it's unlucky, but it happens. So
right. So
I don't think it's really scenario,
and there were no other clips of them talking while they were playing. Yeah, no. I mean, out of frustration, he turned on his mic during the game, and he was already in there. He was already shooting. Like, he made that decision well before. It's the fact that he gave information out that he didn't know already.
Right, and he didn't even give any information about the kid. He just said shit on this kid.
Was near. Well, I mean, you know where he's looking roughly because he's looking at him. So somebody's behind me. It's what I was thinking, right? Not directly, but in that general vicinity.
Does Epic say in TOS that people internally can't communicate with other players? I don't think it explicitly says that, and it hasn't explicitly said that, but it does say you can't collude with other players. It doesn't explain what colluding is. So here's the thing with Epic Games' rule set. Here's the problem with Epic Games' rule set. A lot of it is up to commissioner's discretion. And commissioner's discretion, as done in most competitive leagues, is basically whoever's in charge of running the tournament organization just gets to fucking decide whether or not they think that that was fair or not fair. In this case, nothing really happened during the streams, therefore commissioner's discretion was, let's warn them so that they think about it, but it's not actually a problem. Whereas the Bucky Creo case and the Bucky Creo and the other two guys that got banned a couple months ago, that was bannable because guess what? They did it 6 games in a row, and even though they're fucking... They're fucking like they weren't teaming, and you could tell they weren't teaming because they're just professional players being smart about grabbing damage. But like there was 2 games that always stick out to me. The other 4 games I wouldn't have given a shit about, but 2 games stick out to me. Creo lasered one of the other guys and did 140 damage to him and didn't convert that into a kill. Bucky got lasered the next game down to 10 HP and didn't get converted on. those 2 games prove collusion. The other 4 games, it's just chalked up to they were getting storm damage, so they didn't get fucked. That's all I could chalk that up to. But those 2 games were fucking stupid, and that's why they deserve to get banned. It's like it's
Right,
it's
and
one of those
because
shit
it's not
shows.
because it's not stated specifically what counts as colluding / match fixing. Like Figure said, he would call it teaming. You said it's not teaming, but like it's all up to whoever's in charge, their perception of the situation. And
100%.
Glub and I perceive this differently, but we're not in charge. I perceive it as yes, that a warning was deserved because of this one reason. And Glub's like, yeah, not really, but I can see where you're coming from. And I can definitely see where you're coming from, but this is they said it was like 18 hours or something ridiculous like that.
What do you mean 18 hours of what?
Fortnite.
These guys do this.
So,
yeah, that was like this tournament was after 2 3-hour tournaments in the last 18 hours. So it was a long time that they were playing that day. So even then, like the competitive players were drained. They were drained.
Imagine me and you playing it's not a thing, but say we could put it in. You and I were playing in a tournament of Valorant deathmatch. You're not talking to anybody else in the deathmatch, and we were in a call together, and we happened to get into a game during the tournament. Like, we would be tempted to get, to talk about it. Like,
I would fucking shoot shit the entire time, but I wouldn't say I would say good shot after your kill, but after I fucked you up, I would have been like, get fucked, bitch. That's not teaming, but in this case, that's what that has.
But yes,
bound for 18 hours, have enough energy to do that. You couldn't do that for 18 hours if you wanted to. You sugar crash over 3.5. Sorry, Fig, but you wouldn't make it. Oh, jeez.
Right, so that's been the week in esports and streaming. Anything else to add at the end of this, Glove? I think this has actually been our most productive stream so far. Even though you went on a half-hour owl tangent, but I don't know what you're talking about for a half hour. That's fine.
Oh my, no, it's there's a lot of stuff.
Bro,
and I enjoy doing these.
G Fuel sponsor us. Oh my god, I need to buy some. I love FaZeberry. So much.
No, I enjoy this. I enjoy this stuff. Thank you guys for watching the podcast. Honestly, a lot of fun to do. We get to talk about a bunch of stuff. If you want to continue watching me, I will be playing Valorant tonight for at least 3 hours. My fucking hiccups, man.
Jesus
They're
Christ,
random too. I know I have stomach problems. I have something wrong with my stomach.
Yeah.
I'll be playing out.
What's your favorite flavor? I gotta get this information before we go.
Figure's favorite flavor of G Fuel. I'll be streaming Valorant tonight over on this, actually on the same channels. If you've been on the stream, please go over to my YouTube and subscribe. We are just 31 subscribers away from hitting 100, which means custom link on YouTube. So if you want to go subscribe to my YouTube, the link will be somewhere, exclamation mark YouTube and Twitch chat, or if you're on YouTube already, just hit the subscribe button. That's all it means to me.
Yep. A little bit, because I wear a mask at work, so nobody says shit to me at work, so I don't care. This is like 3-4 weeks, dude. There's nothing. I don't grow facial hair.
See, this is 7 months.
Do I want $35?
Okay, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna end the stream. I'll switch it over. We'll still be in the Discord call, but I'm gonna go change the titles. I'll be on it a bit. I'm gonna shave when I get my hair cut. I might actually shave beforehand, but I'm gonna shave soon. I'm gonna turn off the stream. I'll be back in a few minutes. So I just gotta switch over the titles and everything. Peace. Love you guys.